Hi there. Today, we will talk about magical magicians in the most popular sport on the planet, football. Magic or coincidence? This will be very interesting even for those who can't tolerate this sport or whose common sense does not accept miracles. America is the undisputed leader of football magicians, where the athletes themselves have a good mastery of magic techniques. One of these interesting cases occurred in 2016 at the Rwanda Football Championship. At the end of the first half, Rayon Sports was losing to its opponent, Makura Sports, by a score of 1-0. At the last minute, the striker of the losing side, Musa Kamara, decided to help his team by resorting to magic. He ran to the goal of the opposing team and acted as if he stuck something in the ground at the left post, then quickly ran away. The opponents were outraged and even chased after him, trying to kick him, but he got away from everyone. But what was surprising was, at the very beginning of the second half, the same player, Musa Kamara, scored a goal and tied up the match. Courageous move. Let's click like for this guy. In recent years, strange things have happened to Cristiano Ronaldo. All the problems of the Real Madrid forward are due to the fact that he is cursed. This version was expressed by the Portuguese sorcerer. Here are some proofs. European Championship in 2016. Match France versus Portugal. Suddenly, the stadium was attacked by moths. They flew into the faces of people, filled the stadium, and settled on the lawn. Nevertheless, the match began on time. Everyone was waiting for an incredible triumph for Cristiano. But already at 10 minutes, Ronaldo was injured. On the screen showed a crying football player, and at that moment, a moth was sitting on his face. How symbolic! These frames are still used for memes. Portugal still became the champion, but Cristiano watched the victory on the bench. On another occasion, Portugal lost by a score of 3-0 because the match was interrupted due to the fans of Ronaldo. Several guys broke onto the field, and for what reason? To kiss their idol. How cute! But it seems this gesture discouraged Ronaldo and his team, and they lost. Well, at least it was just a friendly match. But it does seem that the theory of Ronaldo being cursed is not unfounded. What do you guys think? The final of the Champions League this year was not without a strange incident. Passion for the match of Real Madrid and Liverpool was enormous. Mohamed Salah, who plays for Liverpool, was the best scorer of the season, and all had high hopes for him. The Egyptian's family said that they had sacrificed 3 calves to bless Mohamed to win the final. This statement was adopted ambiguously because such cruelty is not welcome. At the 31st minute of the match, Salah was injured and could not continue the game. As a result, Liverpool lost to Real Madrid by a score of 3-1. Was this a punishment for the shed blood of innocent animals? Who knows? In 2016, the popularity for the Icelandic team grew quickly. It is rumored that there could not have been any magic either. In Euro 2016, the team of Iceland surprised everyone. After each game, players and fans together performed an unusual ritual. Applause for the drum beats, with a growing roar and a growing rhythm. This spectacular spectacle gives you goosebumps and makes the hair stand up on your arms. It has gained great popularity on social media, where it is already called the battle cry of the Icelandic Vikings. Was this a magical ritual? What do you think? Be that as it may, they still managed to bypass Portugal, sensationally knock out England, and reach the quarterfinals. In 2017, a strange case occurred at the African Cup of Nations. The striker of Ghana and West Ham, Andre Ayew, was filmed during a strange ritual. Bowing his head in prayer, Andre knelt down, then rose to his feet and raised his hands to the sky, and after crossing the field along the center line, he scattered some white powder. Many attribute this act to the African ritual for drawing trouble on the enemy. It is said that the substance that Ayew used was a juju powder used in black magic. Others argue that Andre spilt ordinary salt. It is believed that the salt destroys all the spells of the enemy. Well, we can argue endlessly, but the fact is, it didn't work, because the team of Ghana lost to the Egyptian national team by a score of 1-0. This incident occurred in the finals of the Youth African Cup of Nations 2017 in Zambia, where the home team played a team from Senegal. The guests lost the match by a score of 2-0. A 17-year-old named Ibrahima Ndiaye of Senegal made an attempt to send black magic to the opponent. He took a dead bat out of his socks and threw it towards the opponent. The venture failed. The Zambia national team's goalkeeper noticed the dead bat. A fight began between the players, and the dead animal was kicked off the field. But if you just think about this for a moment, the break between the halves was 13 minutes. And all this time, this guy was carrying around the corpse of a dead bat in his socks. He was with him when he went on attack. He returned with him on defense, and the wing bat was just chilling on his leg, all in an order to, at the most crucial moment, throw it onto the opponent's goal. Each coach has his own way of constructing the perfect team. Some will pay big money for the best players. Some will bet on the young talent. And then we have the coach of Atletico Madrid, Diego Pablo Simeone. When determining how to comprise his roster, he consults with the stars, but not with the star players on his team, but with the actual stars in the sky. Yes, I check the horoscopes of newbies, he says, because the personality and characteristics are so similar. So, what are you? What is your zodiac sign? He asks. The main quality that I look for in the players is courage. Diego himself is aggressive. Atletico Madrid is a real phenomenon. The team, in fact, only had 2 or 3 really good players that played a leading role to win the championship, all while competing in a league filled with a lot of stars. Atletico Madrid is one of the most successful and popular Spanish clubs. Is this coach not a wizard? Do you remember the goalkeeper of the Hungarian national team, Gábor Karai, in Euro 2016? The one that came out on the field in gray pants with saggy knees? No, he didn't steal them from his grandfather's wardrobe. A long time ago, in his first club, Haladáš, Gábor was issued 2 pair of pants. The black pair he decided to train in, and the gray pair he wore to the games. And in his first match, it worked. The pants, of course, changed over the years, but the color and the player have remained for decades and have not disappointed. So, for many years, Karai has been the main star of the team, and his pants are now legendary around football. But in 2005, the Hungarian ditched the lucky gray pants, and boy did he pay the price. He missed 4 balls. Here are those magical pants. Magic does not always work. Case in point with famous football player Lionel Messi. Before June America's Cup, Peruvian shamans held a special ritual of purification for him. They predicted not only the victory of the national team of Argentina, but also that Leo would become the best player of the tournament. However, Messi became an anti-hero. In the final, his team lost to Chile, and Messi himself did not score on a decisive penalty. Lionel said that he will no longer play for the national team after the 2nd consecutive defeat from the Chileans in the finals of the America's Cup. He kept his word for 7 weeks, and after which, he returned safely to the national team. On the American continent, they prefer a different kind of magic: voodoo. Football players of the national team of Mexico for a long time could not beat the U.S. team. Just before the next match in the shops of Mexico City, there were voodoo dolls in the forms of the American team. The kit included special pins and instructions on how to spoil the opponent. And the magic worked. Since then, the Mexicans have not lost to the Americans. Interestingly, voodoo dolls have become very popular, and thanks to the internet, they can be bought by anyone. And here is one figure for about $15. So what is a little bit of money for the victory of your favorite team? Well, believe in magic or not, the choice is yours. And for today, that's all. Press the like button if you love football. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.